global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. Some fortnight ago, the northern community in Lagos State had actually asked Governor Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, to look into the issue of the ban of Okada riders, judging the fact that they have quite a number of voting power that could change his narrative and to make him a governor if only he would reverse the ban he instituted on their people, the northern bike riders. Well, as we speak, years and months and weeks of plying that route of Okada riding, the leaders have decided to open up on what exactly could be the fate of Lagosians and those behind this whole thing. Don't forget that this whole thing began with the death and lynching of an Akwa Ibom born uh, sound engineer that brought out this opera. Well, in a moment, we're going to find out the fate of Lagosians and what they have revealed may be the problems. Before we go into the newspaper, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the news of the ban of commercial motorcycles, otherwise called Okada, in 6 local government areas of Lagos State by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu this week did not come as a surprise to many who considered it as long overdue. This is because Security Report has revealed that a good percentage of those parading themselves as commercial motorcyclists are indeed hoodlums and bandits who have invaded Lagos State. At a security meeting in Abuja recently, it was revealed that over 3 million Okada riders trooped into Lagos since 2020. The bad ones amongst them are spread across almost all the communities in the state, waiting for the appropriate time to strike. With the foregoing, Lagos can be said to be sitting on a keg of gunpowder waiting to explode. Investigation by Vanguard further revealed that many riders in Lagos are from Chad, Niger, and other parts of the African continent. This leaves one to question the efficiency of the security network. Further findings show that most of these Okada riders sneaked into the state at night, hiding their motorbikes in between goods coming in from other states. While majority of those whose operations were banned in states like Enugu, Abia, Akwa Ibom, Kano, Borno, Cross River, and Kaduna, among other states, find Lagos as a conducive ground to eke out a living. Others use the opportunity to continue with their criminal activities. Also, the recklessness and brazen disregard for constituted authority by some commercial motorcyclists in the state has assumed an alarming situation. Just last week, a sound engineer was brought down, killed, and burned to death by some commercial motorcyclists in the Lekki area of the state during an argument over 100 naira additional payment. Also in September 2021, commercial motorcyclists went on rampage at Ajao Estate around the Airport Road, Lagos, killing a chief superintendent of police, Kazim Abonde, who was attached to the Operations Department of Lagos State Police Command. The deceased, who had barely 8 months to retire, led a team of policemen to a criminal hideout in the area, only to have life snuffed out of him. At other times, they confronted policemen attached to Lagos State Task Force and Rapid Response Squad at different locations in the state. Early this year, a police patrol van was set ablaze by some commercial motorcyclists at Sister Venue Festac Town in Amuwa Odofin area of the state during an attempt to resist arrest. Sadly, these policemen, even though armed, will be warned by their bosses never to use their arms on these riders even in the face of death. Motorists have also had unfair treatment from these commercial motorcyclists who vent their anger and frustration on them at any given opportunity. In fact, the fear of Okada riders is the beginning of wisdom for any discerning motorist. Most major roads in the metropolitan state have been deliberately taken over by these commercial motorcyclists, thereby depriving other road users access. And when confronted, they would constitute a mob action on their victim. Government inconsistency with the enforcement of ban of Okada in 6 local government areas to begin from June 1st, 2022. Lagosians are, however, unsure if the state government will keep to its word by ensuring that the enforcement lasts. This is because the latest announcement was not the first time the Lagos state government would ban and restrict operations of Okada in the state, but they failed to enforce the ban. In 2006, former governor of the state, Governor Ahmed Tinubu, announced the restriction of the operation between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. owing to the spread of robbery operations with Okada. However, with time, enforcement simmered. 6 years later, that's 2012, the former governor Babatunde Fashola banned the operations of commercial motorcyclists in Ikeja axis. Again, the operators returned to status quo with time. In 2017, during Governor Akinwumi Ambode's tenure, he placed a ban on the operation of commercial motorcycles and tricycles on designated highways and bridges, but like other times, the directive was flouted. Again in 2020, the governor, Sanwo-Olu-led administration, banned the operation of motorcycles and tricycles in 6 local governments, 10 major highways, and 9 local development areas of the state. Again, the enforcement was short-lived. With the present announcement on indefinite and total ban of Okada riders in Apapa, Surulere, Eti-Osa, Lagos Mainland, Ikeja, and Lagos Island local government areas, which takes effect from June 1st, 2022, some Nigerians, especially the security agents, hope that the government will give the necessary backup and willpower to enforce the ban to the latter. In terms of enforcement, some security agents who spoke with Vanguard said that what was needed to confront the riders in the case of eventuality was enough tear gas canisters and hot water cannon. Well, this is good to note that even the leaders have decided to own up that most of the people who come in, the bad eggs they have amongst them are actually from Chad, Mali, Niger, most African countries, that they're the ones that come in and infiltrate so much crime. And honestly, they are hoping and praying that peace should be restored, that they honestly understand the plight of the governor of Lagos State, but they are hoping that he will tamper justice with mercy. But the question now is, for how long will foreigners flood the states of Lagos, judging the fact that it's actually the commercial nerve center of Nigeria? Let's interact with your take on the standpoint of the leaders and the history of the menace of Okada riding in Lagos. Let's interact with your take. Do have a nice